How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So I know you called to kind of come in and do a check-in, and I was curious. It's been a while since we've seen each other. What's been going well? What's something you would love to continue in your life?
Well, I actually have really good friends right now that I've been hanging out with them on the weekends and actually going out for girls' nights, which is totally out of my element, but.
And so in what way is out of your element when you say that?
Just, I never was like that, so it's just, I think it's so new to me.
Like the girls' night, or just going out with like groups of people?
Going out with groups of people. I'm enjoying it, and enjoying being sociable.
That's good.
It's really nice.
And I know in the past we talked about kind of defining being sociable. So what does that look like for you when you say you're enjoying being sociable?
Being sociable is I'm going out with either a friend or a group and not just talking with that group or friend, and going out to meet new people and have fun and not worry about work or think about work, and it's nice.
You're really being present in the moment and not worrying about stress from work. That's great.
Yeah, so it's been going good.
So what else has been good? What else is...
Well, not good, but in a good... I think of mixed feelings. The guy that I was seeing, we ended up breaking up.
Oh, okay.
So that was one of the main reasons I wanted to just check in.
Yeah, and so you said it was kind of mixed feelings, so what does that, expand on that?
I guess at first I think I put my hopes in that, he could be it.
Yeah.
He was a very nice guy, and, we remain friends, I would say. We'll talk every couple months or so, but relationship-wise, it's just friends. But it also made me learn that there are, good people out there. And I think dating him also helps me become more sociable.
Wow, so you're really looking at finding all the strengths that you got out of this relationship. That's great.
Yeah.
And mixed feelings, so it sounds like there's really good things coming out of it, and you're realizing more and more. It sounds like you're really taking a lot of the pressure off yourself.
Yeah. And I have you in my head also that it's okay if I'm single right now. And, keeping sociable is also helping, let's say, my self-esteem too. I'm not, at home right after work thinking like, oh, I'm never going to find a guy. I'm 37 years old and sitting on the couch watching Castle.
Yeah.
Reruns. So
you really kind of changed your inner dialogue about like who you are and what it means. It sounds like before being single meant you weren't achieving this life goal, and then that meant you were never going to have it, or never going to be able to have kids, or never.
Yeah.
And now it sounds like you're better at saying, okay, well, maybe it's just not right now.
Yeah. And I think after we broke up, of course, I was thinking that too. I think I've kind of channeled it into a different direction. So I would love to, start dating someone again and have that relationship, but I think at the same time I want to discover myself, because it's definitely a new me.
Yeah. Remember the last time we met, you were talking a lot about discovering things you're interested in, like cooking and some other stuff.
I actually joined a cooking class.
Oh, did you?
I did.
How's that been going?
I'm horrible. I thought I was a really good cook. I'm not. No, it's good. I'm sticking with it. It's just not the best. Which is okay. I've actually met a few, like a small group. There's about, I would say, 15 of us in a class. And there's a small, like 4 or 5 of us. Got really close. We've gone out a few times just for drinks after, a cooking class, since it's a little early. So we've gone out. So that was nice. And that's different for me. I just could never imagine myself when we had first started that I'd be in a cooking class and I would suck at it and I still would be going. So I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned too, you're not perfect at it, but you're accepting that.
Yeah.
How is that for you? Like, how is that accepting like you're not perfect at something? And
it's nice to know I can do that.
yeah,
It's not. I mean, with work, I'm always like I have to be the best. I have to, and I can see it also rubbing off in my work life. I'm not overly stressing out about things that I have to be that has to be perfect and I have to be the best. I'm just I can see myself just doing my job and doing it the best I can, and I'm not like, oh, you can do better, you can do better. It's just I think that's helped to relieve a few of like stresses myself.
And how has that been helpful? Like, yeah.
I think for me, I'm not staying at work so late. Not going in the crack of dawn. I'm actually getting to know coworkers.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
And getting to know coworkers, how has that been helpful?
It's just been. I think it just has made like the day not easier, but nice to know that I have people around me that I could, ask for help or ask for advice. And one of my friends, she works a few doors down, and she is in the same profession as me, and we kind of go back and forth with notes and stuff. So
Oh, so
it's been helpful. Yeah.
So it's helpful in cases having that more support maybe than before.
Yeah, and I think not knowing anyone prior and just being like strictly work, I'd be staying in the office till 8 o'clock at night trying to resolve something or double check something. Whereas now I can, go after lunch and go sit down in our office or vice versa. We can review notes together and be like, well, I would do this, I would do that. And it seems like I'm wrapping it up in a timely fashion that I can get home, or I don't know if I'm just like motivated to like Tuesday nights. I like to go out and get some drinks with my friends. That's also a motivator because it's always at 6 o'clock. So we're all out at 5 o'clock, and then we head and go get dinner and drinks.
That's interesting too. I can see you seem much happier and more confident. Maybe you've always been confident, but I guess happier in the sense when we first started meeting, work was really the focus of your life, and you had these other goals that you wanted, and they were really important to you, but you couldn't really see a way of getting to them. And then you really worked hard at making work still a priority, but not your number one priority. And with that, it sounds like you've opened up your whole world for things like then you did the kickball, and then you're taking a cooking class, you started dating, going out with your sister, going out with these new friends, and sounds like it's really kind of helped balance out your world a little bit too.
Yeah, it definitely has, and it really has, and I'm noticing that I'm happy.
And so when you say you're happy, how is that different from when we started counseling?
I think I always thought I was happy, and then now changing my lifestyle and realizing I wasn't happy. I was happy, but I wasn't at that, high level of being happy and content and like happy with my life the way it's going. And today I can say that even after breaking up with someone.
Yeah, that's huge. That's really courageous, to hold on to. I think it shows you have a lot of strength and also confidence in yourself. And how?
Yeah, so it's just it's different. Now that I have friends that are girls, they're trying to find another guy for me, and at the same time, I'm like, hey, let me just like take a step, and I'm not worried. I'm not stressing out that they want me to find me someone now. It's just kind of like, all right, I can go at my own pace. And I'm not afraid to like, okay, I need to step back and let me just figure out things for a second.
Yeah. How is that different? You saying going at your own pace. How is that different than before?
I think before it was just a no. I didn't even give it a thought.
So you're just very close to the
Yeah.
idea of going out and meeting other people.
Yeah, I mean, I always wanted to find someone. That's never changed. But I think I'm not so, because I broke up with someone, I'm not, I need to find
Yeah, it's
It's
almost like the
kinda-
desperation is gone. Yeah.
and I think I've, again, like you said, the confidence, I think I have that enough to know there's someone out there for you, there's someone out there for everyone, and just take a step back and it'll kind of all work out.
Yeah. That's really incredible hearing you say that too. It's just so different from when you first walked in the door and met. It sounds so really hopeful, and I think that's wonderful. And how does that feel when you say that? Like, I know that there's somebody out there for me.
Yeah, it makes me feel good, and um, it just, I think it just makes me feel happy. It makes me feel like, there's other people, going through the same thing as me, and um, just thinking, and that as my how I process things, it's knowing there is someone out there. It helps eliminate the stress.
Yeah.
Is there someone out there?
Yeah.
So I think I've kind of flipped it.
And then so when we first came in, your goal really was I want to be married before 40. That was really important. On a scale of 1 to 10, where like 10 is uh, that goal is still the top priority of your life, like that's your number one goal, and 1 being I don't even think about that ever. Where do you think you're at on the scale?
Honestly, I wouldn't say a 1. I'd probably say like a 3.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. I think I'm more higher would just be that I am now reversed to finding out me and just kind of exploring everything I have, going out for girls' night, going, just socializing.
And to 3, and what else is like the 3? Does it feel like there's less pressure? Is that kind of what makes it a 3 and not higher up?
Less pressure, and then also I'm realizing it's kind of like a fantasy that I was thinking of, that I had to be married by 40, had to have the perfect amount of children, the perfect house, just like my parents. I mean, every, girl wants a fantasy, but I think I'm stepping away from that, and I'm just not dwelling on it. I'm just kind of, every day is every day, and just be happy for where I've come so far.
Yeah. That's pretty huge. You said, thinking, calling it a fantasy and saying it's like needing to have what your parents have, and maybe realizing that doesn't have to be your life.
Yeah.
And opening up to whatever your life is and the plan for your life.
Yeah. I think I've, made it rational. Like, it's not, everyone's different.
Yeah.
And my time will come that, I find someone that I'll marry, and I don't have to stress over it.
So what's a new goal that you have?
So, my new goal is, I wanted, so there's actually with cooking, there is a contest in about, I want to say 30 months it will be, and it's just, it's the 15 of us. If we want to participate, you have to sign up. And then they have 2 other classes that also compete for whoever wants to sign up, and you compete against each other. You can make your own dish, and you cook it there, so you only have, let's just say, like 3 hours to cook the meal in front of them. It's a large studio, so there's enough space for everything.
Do you have to bring your supplies, or do they provide them?
It's selects. So it depends. You need to check in with them. I think it's about a week prior. You have to write down what dish you're making. If they can supply everything that you need, they'll let you know. If there's something they're missing, so one of the ingredients is that I need, they'll let you know. And then they'll give you, that will be like in your section where you'll be cooking yourself, because you each have like your own stove, your oven, and whatever processors you need. They'll supply that out for you and give you extra ingredients as well if needed.
Wow.
So it's gonna be, you'll know a week in advance if you need extra, extra garlic or whatever. But, so that's actually a goal that I have, and a lot of people think that's a stupid goal, but for me, I'm going to be in front of people I don't even know. It is in front of an audience.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a cooking show. I don't know if you've ever seen the Cooking Wars.
I no, but I can get a sense of what you're.
They're trying to like go. I mean, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be videotaped or anything, but it's kind of like going towards as if you were on one of those shows. And whoever wins, I believe it's $1,000.
Wow, that's a good prize.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of cool. Like, you know, if I win, I win. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have fun. But like I said, it's completely like I've come up really far right now, but that's still out of my comfort zone, and I signed up.
And what made you sign up? What was the motivation to do this, set this goal?
I think what motivated me is the instructor was talking about it, and I was like, wow. I kind of realized that moment, if I was not in therapy, I would do this in a million years. And then I looked at the other side and was like, but if, you know, I'm discovering me, I'm being sociable, I'm in this class right now, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
I don't win the $1,000. And then I think I kind of looked at it, if I didn't win, what I could benefit out of that, and that was trying something new, and I like cooking.
So you weighed kind of all the options and decided it was a better risk. It was a risk, but it was better to take the risk than not.
And so you know, it didn't take me like 5 days to do that. It just kind of took me that during the class I was cooking, and I signed up as I was leaving.
That's huge. I remember when you were interested in signing up for kickball and you didn't want to sign up for kickball because you're so nervous about how to get all that going, and now you're just making decisions, thinking about things, and deciding, the risk, there might be some embarrassment, or there might be some, you know, I might get a little flushed being in front of a crowd, but really, you enjoy cooking, you're really pushing yourself, it sounds like, to try new things and to expand your world and build new skills, meet new people. All of those things are really kind of broadening.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's like, it's not a challenge anymore for me.
That's great. I
don't have to stress over saying yes to doing something. I know I had gone out to drinks with my sister 2 nights ago. Before I was stressed out doing that. So I was talking with her. I was telling her that I was coming here today. But, you know, I was just talking to her, and I was like, oh, wow. I gave myself an hour to get ready, and as soon as we went out at, I think it was 6, so I got ready at like 5. I was right down the street, so at 5 o'clock I was like, all right, I'll get ready. Before that, coming to therapy, if I was still at my old ways, I probably would have dreaded having to go. Probably would have said I had to work. If I ended up following through with it, I probably would have gotten ready around 4 o'clock. And like be very particular, like, all right, I have to do my hair at this time, do this, you know, being very structured.
Structured.
But yeah, you know, an hour before I was like, I should probably get ready, and you know, got ready as if, you know, normally how I would have gotten ready, but just not so structured and timed perfectly. Never really thought about, okay, at 4:10 you need to do your hair. Like there was no like thought. It was just, all right, go back and knock it out.
So you're really letting go of control and really just being present, just doing whatever you, almost like in flow, like you're in your life, you're going and you're not thinking so much about the next steps or when things have to happen. You're just letting things happen.
And it was just, it's more relaxing. I think I actually enjoy, because of that, I enjoy going out. I'm not so, I have to be home by 8:10.
It's really freed you.
Feed my fish. So like,
it's freed you to just to enjoy those moments, those social moments, and discover your strengths in those, you know, in those situations.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's rewarding to have come this far and be able to say. I don't have to be structured.
Yeah, it seems like almost like really redefining who you are and what you like to do, and
Yeah.
kind of discovering some parts about your personality that you maybe thought you weren't, but you're discovering that you are, like being social. You're
Yeah.
social in your way, and that it is important to you.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's nice.
Yeah. So I know when you called, you were kind of anxious in that moment about the relationship, and I'm just curious. Hearing you today, it sounds like you're doing such great work. You're so positive. You're so confident in your life, and I'm just curious, what would you like to? What would make this session helpful today? What would you like?
Um, I think hearing what I've been saying has also helped with why I called you. I was more concerned originally when I called because I was freaking out that I wasn't dating someone.
Okay.
And I think everything we've talked about has kind of helped me reframe that
Hmm.
to see that, the benefits that came out of it.
Yeah.
I think I do worry though in the long run. Um, as much as I don't think, oh, I should marry by 40 or whatever. Um, I think deep down, I'll always have that worry. And is that normal?
Yeah, and I think that's such a great question. Is that normal? I think what is normal? I think it's hard being a woman. You know, you wanting to have kids. There is sort of a biological timeline on being a woman. If you want to actually birth children,
Yeah.
doesn't mean there are wonderful ways of being a mom other than having children. But that does put a sort of pressure in the timeline. You know, then as science progresses, it opens doors, and that timeline keeps lengthening. But I think that's very normal to be thinking about what you want and how to get there, and it does put pressure. And I think it sounds like what's been helpful for you is really taking some of the pressure off of yourself to just enjoy life and to live it, and that seems to have opened you up to opportunities where maybe before, like you said, you wouldn't go out or you wouldn't see people. So you had this goal you really, really wanted, but you were so closed off. Even dating guys you didn't trust. Like you had so much trust issues with guys. There's no way for you to start building those relationships that you couldn't get there. So now that's still really important, but you've almost like opened up, like blossomed like a flower, and all these opportunities are coming in and out. You dated somebody seriously, that relationship maybe wasn't the one you want ultimately for marriage, but you're really hopeful, you're opening yourself back up to more opportunities. All of that is what's going to get you to ultimately where you want to be.
It's true. I didn't think of it that way. But yeah. I agree.
Yeah. And I think, the idea of what's normal, I think is what's normal for you. I don't think there is a normal.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think, like, normal is? Like, how would you define that?
I mean, I think from what you were saying, I'd classify myself as normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say what I'm doing is being a normal woman at my age. And I think going out too and just being sociable is kind of, something everyone needs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also being normal, not working odd hours of the night at a job. I wouldn't classify that as normal.
Yeah. And it's opening you up, realizing, I think you've also talked about in past sessions, realize, you have these family members that are very social and very extroverted, and you've never felt that way, feeling more introverted and like you can't be social because it's, you're more shy or whatever. But realizing that you are social and you need relationships in your life to feel good about yourself and what's happening. And it sounds like you've really been working hard to make room for that, which is really great.
And I think like when I was younger, I thought it was more of, I felt like it was easy to get a friend, but then it was a struggle to maintain. Or it was just kind of exhausting trying to be like, oh yeah, you're my friend, let's go hang out. Like, I always found it like very exhausting. But now it's just, I'm not struggling to maintain a friend. I'm not, okay, let's go out on Friday night. Like, I want to go out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely a different perspective or a different view I have on what a friend is.
Yeah. What made it, do you think, exhausting before?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't know if it was just me being a teenager and I didn't, or a lazy teenager. I have no idea, but I think that perspective kind of went into like my life as an adult, thinking like I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I hated going out socially, so I just kind of kept with that, and then sort of lost track of having a friend or a social life, and just kept to my work. And now I've definitely opened up, and it's not exhausting. It's rewarding, and it's also it's great to say I have a friend, and it's great that I'm not working long hours, and I feel great, and I'm much happier than I ever was. So.
Oh, that's great. You seem very happy. You smile a lot more. I mean, you just went through something, hard. A breakup is always hard when relationships end. It's hard, but you seem like you're very resilient, and that's really amazing.
I do, that's why I was like, I have mixed feelings, but it's more happy feelings than anything. I think I classify myself as having a normal breakup.
Yeah.
And not really stressing over it.
So what do you think going forward? You mentioned when you called, it was really about this fear of, oh my gosh, now I'm never, that kind of that snowball thinking of, we broke up, now I'm never going to find somebody, and I'm kind of in crisis. How will you going forward talk yourself, like get yourself back into this really positive mind frame? How do you think you'll?
I think I just remind myself, like you said, there's options in life, but also, I'm still young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not old.
Yeah.
I wouldn't classify myself as old. And I'm having fun.
Yeah.
Why dwell on it?
Yeah. So reminding yourself you're still young.
Yeah.
You got a lot of great things going for you, and that you're having fun.
Yeah. And last week I actually was out, and this guy did come over to me. He handed out his, I think that's how it was. I gave him my number because he asked me. He bought me a drink or something. And I just remember being like, oh, he's cute. But not like, oh my god, he's cute. Not freaking out or like getting nervous to talk to him. It was just like, oh, hi, how are you? And it was a very small conversation, but we've been just kind of texting. Nothing really has came out of it yet. But I'm not freaking out. I'm not checking every social media that I have. Or did he, message me on Facebook? Did he call me? Whatever. I'm just kind of.
You're taking the pressure off.
Yeah. And I'm glad I can be at that level and not get stressed out. Not be like, oh, structured. He needs to call me now. He said he'd call me. He has not called me at 6 o'clock. So it's nice.
You said you're glad you could be at that level. What does that mean for you?
I think it's more just rewarding, but also a good realization that I can be there and it's not a struggle. Like I'm not this guy that I hardly doubt anything will come out, but it's just I think I'm not really. I guess I'm not setting high expectations either. It's kind of just
very realistic.
Yeah.
This could be a nice guy or could not be, but you don't have all the information yet.
Yeah, and I think in doing that, I'm not gonna cry if he doesn't text me 2 weeks.
Yeah.
From now.
And he could be a loser. You might not want to waste your time on him.
Yeah, and I think, but I also can say that I have that trust in there that I'm not freaking out if he cheated on his last girlfriend. I'm just like, I'm okay.
And also probably a trust too that you're worthwhile and that you're great. A lot of great things you bring, into a relationship. And if he's not willing to see those or to acknowledge those or isn't the right person, it's okay because you could take that greatness on to the next. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So it sounds like you're just, I'm really impressed with, your resilience and your ability to just kind of go with the flow and not, need to control things, and just kind of night and day difference from when you started counseling. I'm curious, just, in our time together, is there anything else you really feel like you'd like to cover today or would be helpful for you to talk about?
I don't think so. I think what we covered today has definitely been an eye-opener for me, that there's more positives that came out of than me. And I think that's something that I'll always remind myself of, and I think that will be something that keeps me afloat too.
Yeah.
And going back to the old habits. And I think where I am today, I'm just very happy to have friends, and it keeps me leveled as well. And having friends, I'm also not stressing over finding someone. And
Yeah.
it's definitely, I like it.
You've got the cooking
Yeah.
contest coming up to really focus on, and
Yep. I've been definitely trying to cook at home a little bit more too, the dish that I'm going to do, so.
what I always say, what it happens when you least expect it. So. Yeah, it sounds like you really got a lot of positive and very fulfilling things in your life to focus on.
Thank you.
Oh, that's great. So if you were to just, I know we kind of moved into like a check-in model. I'm just curious, want to check in with you if that works for you. If you feel like, okay, I'm good. Let's say if we were talking about a scale like 1 to 10, again, 10 being like I'm good with how things are. I don't need to go to counseling every week. I'm feeling really good in my life, and still having the option to call and check in like you did if you need to. So that's a 10. 1 being like, no, I don't think things are good. I really want to go back to weekly counseling. What do you think? Where do you think you're at?
Say a 10.
That's great. Yeah. How do you feel about being a 10, saying that?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, no, I think I have, from what I've gained from counseling, I think it's been very helpful for me to just be aware of things for myself and my perspective, and it's helped me.
Yeah, and I just want to, also clarify too, like, it's you've done all the work. You've done all the self, awareness, and all the work with being courageous to get out and try new things and everything. Like, all of that is in you.
Thank you.
So you've definitely worked really hard, and I think it's pretty evident. And just when you say you're feeling really content and happy, that's great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, you always can call, check in if there's anything you need, and I'm here, and I really appreciate you coming in, and I love hearing how things are going. So you always call if you need anything. It sounds like you're really doing great, and if there's anything I can be of help, just give me a buzz.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good day.
You too. Bye.